You're breathtaking. You're all breathtaking.
It feels great to both give and receive compliments. It's a sign of gratitude, a symbol of praise. We give compliments to our family, friends, and sometimes even complete strangers. A compliment is a compliment, but I wanted to make this video to talk a little bit about how certain types of compliments affect us. Quick disclaimer, these types are just labels I created. There is no scientific or psychological backing to these, just my thoughts and opinions. A genuine compliment could stick with someone for a long time. They have for me. Over the course of this video, I will be sharing several examples of these types to show how they affected me personally. My goal with this video is to present to you why I believe giving compliments is so important. Simply put, compliments uplift people and can brighten up their entire day, week, or even year. So, let's dive into some specifics so we can better understand this. Hey, nice outfit. Hey, nice drawing. Hey, your hair looks nice today. These types of compliments are simple and easy, but they still hold just as much weight. You don't have to think too hard to come up with one in the moment. It will flow quite naturally. Moreover, you can say these to pretty much anyone. A person does not have to be a family member or a close friend. You could tell someone sitting on a bench that they have nice style. What these compliments do so well is that they show others that you see them. You give them a feeling that they are seen and wanted. It is a feeling that is desired by many but given to few. Obviously, people see each other with their eyes, but how often do we acknowledge that we actually see other people? By giving a compliment like this, you show someone else that some form of their identity caught your eye, and you had to tell them about it. On the same note, you're promoting individuality by praising someone for being unique. And by unique, I don't just mean clothing or behavior, physical features count too. That's how we identify who is who in the world. I believe that giving these compliments helps as a reminder to those receiving that they have layers and are truly a one of one. For the next two types, I would like to get more specific. I want to talk about ways that you can truly change how someone thinks about themselves with just one sentence. I will begin each section by sharing a story about a compliment I received and how it affected me. Hey, I just wanted to say how articulate I think you are. This is a compliment I received almost 3 years ago that has still stuck with me. For some brief context, I was on a week-long school mission trip where a bunch of schools came together and helped a farm with various jobs. Additionally, there were activities planned for us to learn more about ourselves. During a group activity where we were discussing our answers to the entire room, I had spoken for our group. After the activity had concluded, a teacher from my school, who was chaperoning, said that to me. Now, I already knew that I was a pretty well-spoken person. However, I'm actually pretty quiet and rarely talk much in large settings. My teacher knew that I was quiet, but could also see that speaking was one of my strengths. By giving me that compliment, she was able to communicate that to me without saying, "Hey, I was surprised to see that you can speak well." It sounds better in a compliment. Basically, these types of compliments are meant to help someone understand themselves more. They are meant to show someone what traits they should utilize more often. For me, it was my speech. For you, it could be something completely different. Before I move on, I want to discuss the best way to give a compliment like this. The main skill is being observant. If you see someone express a quality that they do not show often, and it is clearly one of their strengths, tell them that message through a compliment. The thing is though, you might never know if you actually help them, but that's not the point of giving a compliment. It's all about showing others why they are special. While you weren't necessarily smiling, you still had a friendly demeanor. This was some feedback I had gotten from my professor after I had given a brief presentation in one of my Zoom classes. While you might not think much of it, this comment meant a great deal to me. Let me explain. So, by the time I turned 18, I had accepted in my head that I was not the friendliest person out there. I believed that I had this sort of unapproachable energy where you feel like the person does not want to talk to you. It wasn't even like I was upset by this though. I had just acknowledged that it was a part of who I was. Back to the presentation. Each student gave a 30-second pitch discussing a little bit about themselves. When it was my turn, I made sure to be authentic. I did not try to smile or change the way I usually act. So, when my professor used the word friendly to describe me, it caused me to go into a moment of self-reflection. Was I actually a friendly person? Did I wrongly accept something about myself that wasn't true? This is what these kinds of compliments can do. They can cause a person to rethink who they are and realize something about themselves that they once believed was untrue. But most importantly, it can remind people of their potential. Everyone has the ability to change. However, it can be challenging to believe that if you do not think you have those qualities in you, or if you believe that they were permanently lost. By receiving a compliment like this, you'll realize that something you thought you were not, you actually are. The one problem is, you can't really do this intentionally. I do not think my professor was trying to make me rethink who I was. It just happened. My one piece of advice here, always say what's on your mind. You never know how your words can affect someone else. I might have to make an entire video on that idea one day. Before we end, I want to know, what is a compliment in your life that you've received that stuck with you? Whose words made your day, week, or year? Do they have a permanent effect on how you view yourself? Also, I have a small challenge for you. In the next week, try to give someone a compliment. I know it might be hard with all the rules still in place, but the payoff will be worth it. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to stick around for future videos. This has been Dark Horse, and I will see you in the next video.